Honestly, is this also a more push toward the streaming gaming services? Like
that is the nightmare I have. I'm going live now because
Yeah.
it's passed over. But that's my big worry is the idea of like who can afford a PS6. People are complaining about the Steam machine price now, and I get it. But a PS6 is going to be the same price. Is going to be more. Whatever Xbox does will be very PC centric. Will cost more. Like Nintendo, even the Switch 2 is like ridiculous amount of money. I like consoles. I like home consoles, but the price of things now, and it's not going to go down. It's just wild. Like who can afford gaming now? It's not a hobby for everybody anymore. It's like you need to make 6 figures to afford a fucking console now. It's crazy.
Yeah, I saw a game that was like recommending, like minimum was 32 gigs of RAM, recommended was 64 gigs of RAM.
This economy,
and it's I'm over here going, so this is for rich people.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I think it was it 007 Last Light or Final Light, the new game that came out, which is great.
Yeah.
I think their early requirements were like pushing like 16 gigs of RAM, and then they dialed it back. So like the next console generation, whatever the hell that looks like, I feel like a lot of people making games are going to look at 8 gigs as what they're still going to want to target for the next 5 years. Like to go higher than 16 is suicide for sales.
Asinine.
I could see 16 being the table. I could see 16 being the table, right? But honestly, and maybe to turn everything up 32. But 16 has to be,
yeah.
Just give me the option.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, you know, it doesn't need 16 gigs of memory. Games of the Year from 1985 today on.
Don't chuckle over the intro.
I can't help but chortle a little bit. That was good. Jake's picking up on my segues. I'm proud of him.
Oh, apparently Werewolf's hosting today, so
that's fine.
You know what?
It's been a week.
I'll take the wrong video over all the audio issues I had before we went live. Welcome everybody to another episode of Press B to Cancel Your Favorite Retro, and we're very retro gaming podcast today. I'm your host, Sick Jake, and I'm joined by two lovely fellows, and we're going to talk about our picks for Game of the Year from all the way back in 1985. It's a long time ago. Two of us, I think, might have been alive back then. Sinistar, how are you doing this week?
I was 3. I was alive.
I'm doing great. My 10-year-old self was feeling good those days.
Okay, great. Chard, you were alive. How was 85 as a 3-year-old? Tell us all what you know.
It's a stellar year. A lot of shit going on. Too much to tackle.
A lot of shit.
A lot of
Care
shit.
Bears.
Yeah. I think I was walking, maybe, possibly, possibly running.
Smurfs.
Good time. We're definitely at a line for the greatest games of these years that I'm gonna not be able to cross.
Well, so that's the thing we were saying.
This was questionable.
Come on, it's 85. This is an important year in gaming. You were 3, but you've played these games. That is the question we have, right? Because we usually go between bouncing backwards and then going forwards. We're currently up to 96, I think, on the newer ones, and we can go all the way up. That's fine. But going back in time, that's where it gets tricky. Like I had the NES
dropping off.
In
Some
85.
of us are bowing out.
Yeah. Well, we were joking. It's like if we get to 82, 83, it's going to be just me and Sinistar talking about the 2600. And I love the Atari, right? So if you are listening or watching this episode and you also like the Atari, leave me a comment, please. You want episodes that early.
Tell
if you
Jake
want
if you want
the 70s. We'll go to the 70s. God damn it. We'll talk about Space War or Computer Space, what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
We'll go there.
Fuck, I'm going Pong, baby. Let's
The Odyssey. All kinds of great stuff back then.
Yeah.
But like, it's I gotta wonder how many of these we can go backwards on. But you can always go forwards. There's always more retro.
Yeah. We got plenty of space moving
forward.
Every
year there's new retro. Every year.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah. And with the whole, like we said at the top of the episode, with the lack of physical media, I think my new definition of retro will be 10 years, because that's usually how long it takes for an emulator to come out. You know,
yeah,
I'd be sorry. All right, 1985. This is the year of, Nintendo. Nintendo was king. You also had Master System, I believe. You still had people playing on the Atari. I guess there's the Atari 5200. Some people played that monstrosity.
Apple II was big.
7800, I think, was 86, and then of course, arcades had a bunch, and then I think a lot of our picks are computer games, right? It was huge computer gaming, right? Apple and DOS were at a heyday. So there's lots to pick from.
Yeah, the Commodore
Right.
16.
Yes.
Yeah, the Amstrad. I mean, the British systems were rife back then.
Well, like anytime somebody mentions the video game crash, that was all US, man. When it comes to the UK, they had some computers and they were playing a lot of awesome games, right? So in a lot of ways, when the talent that came over there to later hardware saved the industry with some of the stuff they were bringing over, plus some killer music. So 1985, we usually go. Okay, first off, we have a Moby Games rule. We base our picks based on the year that is listed on Moby Games. That has been helpful at times. It has been a hindrance at times. Don't blame us. Blame Moby Games. We take them as a source of truth on the years these things came out, because some of these years released are a bit nebulous, right?
Yeah. An example, I have track and field playing in the background. For those listening, I have track and field playing in the background. This was released in Japan on the NES in 85.
Right.
That counts because on the NES, 85, even though it came to the US in 87.
That's right. So that's how we do it. Yeah. So and then of course arcade is a whole other monster. But let's we can do our runner-ups, and then we'll do our each of our game of the year picks for 85. And there are quite a few games that are great. Chard, you want to start with your runner-up? What's your runner-up pick for 1985?
So I don't screw this up and say it wrong. Ghouls and Ghosts, the arcade. That's going to be my runner-up for this particular episode.
No.
Huh?
Ghosts and Goblins.
Is it Ghosts and Goblins?
Goblins.
Give me the wrong one.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Ghosts and Goblins. I figured I'd screw that up on purpose.
He knows the game he's going for.
I do.
Are you sure? Have you played Ghosts and Goblins?
2 different names. Yes, I have. I played both of them.
Okay.
I don't know if I played the arcade, but I have played both of them.
There are some minor differences. It's fine.
Very slight differences. This is more leaning towards the NES version. The NES port, obviously, it's much cleaner because it's on the arcade.
Oh my god!
Because the second one, the other one was the Sega port. Like Sega ported over the other one later on for the Genesis later on in life. But that's
a different game. That's the sequel.
It's a completely different game. But sequel? Is it a sequel?
It's a sequel. Yeah.
Look, just because Sonic has the Green Hill Zone in multiple games does not mean Sonic 2 is just a remake of Sonic 1. It's a very distinct game. It's the same thing with Ghouls and Ghosts. It's a different game.
I have to throw out that we've got the video playing for the arcade Ghosts and Goblins, and there was a little like neighborhood market near my grandmother's house, and when I would go there, we'd go there for 2 weeks during the summer and hang out with my cousins who would come into town, and they had Ghosts and Goblins arcade. And they had Thundercade arcade, and both of those, I just watched this come up on the screen, and I had like a huge nostalgia hit. Anyway, I just wanted to,
It's the same way. When growing up, my parents actually met in the same place that I spent most of my childhood playing arcade games at Sam's Club. Mr. Merv knows what I'm talking about. This was one of the games that was there, and I used to come in and I would feed quarters into this because they put Firebrand within the first 5 seconds of the goddamn game.
Firebrand,
it's the worst.
And if for anybody who knows anything about this series, fuck Firebrand. He's a douchebag. And this was a quarter sinker, but I mean, it was just a more improved version of the NES game that came out later. The shield guys floating around. I never made it very far in this arcade game specifically, and I've made it kind of maybe a personal goal at some point in my life to replay it as an adult, since I have finished Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and I have done Ghouls and Goblins. I've beaten that one as well with the flying burrito spear guys. One of my favorite enemies ever created. I don't know what they were thinking, but these little chimichangas with forks made me hungry. I don't know what the deal was, but this game has a lot of nostalgia for me. I played this quite a bit growing up in the arcade games. I never made it past the first boss, but it just, to Sinistar's point, when I see it, I'm like, oh yeah. And I know a lot of people will probably see it and go, oh yeah. So I felt like it needed to be at least a runner-up because it needs some more love from me to get a little further into it. But it certainly hits a nostalgic bone in my body that I felt it needed to be voted into this place. So this one for sure.
Oh, this game is epic. I mean, whether you're playing it in the arcade or whether you're playing it on the NES, or I mean, this game, I remember watching you play this on stream for the NES version, and just just it was clencher. It was sphincter
Hated
clencher
my
the
life.
whole time.
I hated my life for that stream, but it was fun. We got good and we could beat it. We could beat it.
And when you beat it, your green screen got tossed.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you two loop it? Because this is the game that
Yes.
both this and the
Yes,
sequel,
you
you have to lap it to get the real ending.
Yes,
I
you
looped
did.
it. Drove me nuts.
But
What
you
a
have to
design
go back
choice.
and get that goddamn bracelet
with the wand or whatever it is. Yeah, the bracelet that is the worst weapon in the game.
Yeah.
I love these monsters with the mother tattoos or the mom tattoos on their shoulders. It's so 80s. It's so funny.
It's very 80s.
But
this game is so nostalgic.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a great pick. You're right. It's hard as fuck though. Like I never got past. I think this is the second stage. The second stage is where, as far as I ever got, is a very difficult game. If I try and spin up casually to spend a few minutes with it, I usually can't get past the first sequence of gravestones that pop up. Like I'm terrible at this game. The jumping just never feels right for me. But it's
the committed jump, right?
It's very committed jump.
You're going forward. There's no switching in midair like Mario. You jump, you're going where you're going. You're done.
Like Arthur,
the physics was real.
Arthur jumped so Simon Belmont could bounce off into the water and die or something.
Could fall
I
downstairs.
don't know.
Yeah.
But like it's just that it's the era of like bad jump physics, I guess. But that was You know what though? Maybe it's the reason why you like Souls games is you like the animation commitment in these games. It goes back all the way to Ghouls and Goblins or Ghosts and Goblins.
But you don't get iframes in Ghouls and Goblins. You get a set of armor.
No, you get dead frames.
You get armor, underwear, and death. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What a brutally hard.
I mean, think
game.
about it. Running around in your heart underwear after you've been hit by an enemy was always quite a humorous thing.
Your skivvies.
Yeah.
So
no, that's a great game. And Sinister's pointed out, it was Battletoads. It was the green.
That is Battletoads. Yes, that was Battletoads. Correct.
That was another one too. But it's a great pick. Definitely early Capcom arcade games were peak. I like Capcom's arcade stuff, and I love them in the 90s and 2000s. But honestly, going all back to the 80s, they made some really great, solid games. And this is a character that is, I think, instantly recognizable to anybody who plays video games, at least in our age bracket. Whether they like the game or not, or they played very much of it, he's very recognizable. He's done cameos in some fighting games as well. Like it's a great iconic game, and an awesome franchise. And I'm surprised we haven't gotten more. To be honest with you, I know they did. I think Resurrection was based on this one, I think, and they added to it a game. Actually, I think it was on Steam sale. I might give that one.
It was. I actually picked it up during the Steam sale.
Did you? Okay.
I think it was the winter sale. Yeah. So it's just as hard.
Yeah,
there's accessibility in it though, thank God, but it's still tough.
Yeah. So, great pick. That was your runner-up. How about Sinistar? What's your runner-up for 1985?
So my runner-up for 1985 is a little itty-bitty game called Ultima 4.
Ultima.
Yeah.
That's hard to believe that game is 85. It just makes me laugh. I mean, clearly it is, but I feel like it's been around for so long.
Well, and technically,
84, you know what I mean? Like, or 85.
I mean, Calibeth was, I think, 79, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So
when we talk about old games and old episodes, like how far back we want to go, Ultima, like you said, goes back to the 70s, like technically the roots of it. And it's wild how long it's been going on.
Right. So Ultima 4, like, I love Ultima 3. Ultima 3 is a great regular style, like, RPG, like get strong, kill things, kill the end boss, right? Like that's Ultima 3. In fact, as Garriott said when he made Ultima 4, he said, I don't want to make another game, which he called Go Kill the Evil Bad Guy. And so, there was actually he realized people were min-maxing and just walking through Ultima 3. So he created, as part of Ultima 4, this entire concept of virtues. He wanted the player to have to earn 8 virtues: honesty, compassion, bravery, etc., etc. And so this is one of the first open world games. There's no path to take. There's no like start here, go to the first dungeon, finish this thing, go to the, etc. It is go figure out how to get the 8 virtues. Now, after you get the 8 virtues, you then go into a dungeon called the Stygian Abyss, which was also later turned into an Ultima Underworld. game. And then you get the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. But one of the things I love is he created a room that looks like a room that you have to go in and murder everything. He did this as almost a gotcha, where it turns out you're murdering children and you don't realize this.
Damn.
And you basically can't complete the game after that. Like he wanted it to not be this, just get as strong as you can and just walk through everything to the end, right? And so yeah, basically this game was one of the first that had you went and talked to people and you ask them questions. It gives you responses that have pointers for other questions you can ask, which then lead toward, hey, how do I go get this? How do I go become more compassionate? How do I become, etc. The magic system is complex in this. It's based on like ruins, and you have to know like, hey, this combined with this will produce this spell, right? And so I just love it. And this is, I think, the first one that he didn't code completely on his own, but this was coded on the Apple II. Like this, he coded this on the Apple II. Now it's been ported to like every system since.
Everything else.
But no, it's just, I love this whole thing. Oh, there's no class to, like, there is a class, you don't know it. But when you do character creation, you answer this gypsy's question. She holds these cards and says, you walk up on a person in the forest and he's being defeated. He's broken the law. He's stolen bread, but it's, his family's starving. Do you cover up his crime or do you turn him in? Like it gives you these questions. And then based on how you answer them, it kind of steers your path, and you don't actually know what you are. You just know that you're just the stranger and you're playing the game. So yeah,
but it affects your stat. Like there are stats still, right? It's still an RPG, but it's just the focus. He's trying to take the focus off of a hack and slash game, so it's not like wizardry or something. It's trying to take the focus off it. It's an interesting thing, and it's not an idea you see in many other RPGs. Most dungeon crawlers, it's all about the stats. It's all about the hack slash loot. It's not much. There isn't much deviation from that. To take this, especially in 85, and look at, it's about character building. It's about role playing. Like using the word role play in an RPG is almost rare these days, right? There's only a handful of games I think that really, really push that role playing aspect of these games. That's very interesting.
These games that involve like typing makes you really think. Like it makes you ask like that you are role playing because you're asking like legitimate questions. You're not picking from a code or picking from a selection of how many questions you want to ask. You're typing them in yourself. So it's learning what to ask and how to ask it. I mean, King's Quest was notorious for this kind of stuff back in the day. So to see this, I mean, they're doing the same thing with this. So it legitimate role-playing game. You are playing an RPG for reals.
Yeah.
And the thing is there is battle in the game. It's a tactical style battle. You go into a screen where your party is no longer a blobber, to use the RPG term. You're now all of your separate party members and you're moving across the map and you're fighting. But depending on what you kill, it may actually lower one of your virtues, right? And so like it even steers a little bit toward, hey, maybe it's better to flee than to fight, right? I mean, so yeah. Yeah, it's a very complex game, especially for 1985.
Well, Ultima never shied away from being complex. I mean, I remember playing, I think it was Ultima. I don't remember which Ultima it was. You tell me which one it is, but like you start out right in the castle and we jokingly attacked the king and killed him within the first seconds of the game. And
could have been 3, I think. Anyway. Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what? Like we did it as a joke. We didn't know it was possible. So Ultima allows you to do.
I killed Lord British.
Say almost anything, but at least like right out the gate, you made your own decisions and lived with those decisions.
You start the game and you're like, oh my god, they killed Kenny.
Exactly. We were like, oh crap, we're in trouble.
Yeah,
the guy's dead.
Yep.
Crazy.
Definitely a great pick.
Sinsters points out for sure a lot of the modern games are playing with that whole concept of like your answers that you give or your choices that you make change the outcome. So that very much the Telltale games. She mentioned Until Dawn. Yeah, absolutely.
Studio. Yeah.
But in the world of old school RPGs, like it's get strong, kill bad guy.
Even in newer RPGs, right? Like I'm thinking, as much as I love Claire Obscure, Expedition 33 and whatnot, that's a great ride. It's a fun story and stuff, but it's mostly battles are mostly there for the challenge and the fun of it and building up stats and leveling. It's not necessarily I'm role playing. I'm just there for the story. The only game I've had, I think, role playing to a degree is Baldur's Gate 3, and that's the first game in years, right? And like even games like Skyrim. As much as I love Skyrim, I'm not really role playing in Skyrim. I'm just kind of just exploring an open world and just taking it at my own pace. But I'm not really feel like I'm actually playing a character. BG3, you're actually playing a character because the game has been written so that so many of things you do or act or say does impact the story in some fashion, whether small or big.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I've said before, BG3 is a game in a generation. We don't see that very often. But I'm glad to see like you picked Ultima, because it's a game that was doing that role-playing aspect of things back in the day. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, just one more thing is Gary at Lord British wanted you to be the player. Like you were the player. And so like one of the things that he said is, I don't want to make it so that you can pick a race. I want it to be human because it's you. It's you as the player, So he wanted to take away anything that would like separate you from that aspect.
Very, very interesting mindset for making games. Like I am curious. I know we mentioned before the show that he is trying to get the rights back to Ultima in some fashion. I am hoping it's not a cash grab. I'm hoping he does something unique and original with it, because the history of this franchise is pretty awesome and interesting, and I hope to see him go back to it, but we'll have to see.
Oh God! Right. I mean, just take, like you said, take Baldur's Gate and turn that into Ultima and do something with that. That would be that would be stellar.
Oh yeah. Now, for those that have any interest in playing Ultima 4, there are some modern engines that people have created that use the original. I think it's like XU4 or Xult or something. You can go find it. There's a website called the Ultima Codex. And so there are ways to play this on modern computers without having to spin up an emulator of some sort. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, my runner-up for 1985, guys, the day has finally come. This is one of the games it's almost a meme at this point, how you guys mercilessly mock me for my taste in video games. But today I get to spend 5 fucking minutes talking about one of my favorite games of all time.
Joust.
Joust. Fuck Joust. This is much better than Joust. It is Balloon Fight. Listen, there's a guy. His name is Iwata. He is a former Nintendo president. He is sadly no longer with us, but he was president of Japan for a number of years. But I know the name because he was a programmer back in '85 with Nintendo on Balloon Fight. Now, this was an arcade game. I never really played the arcade game. I'm actually kind of shocked it's not in the MiSTer at this point. But I played the crap out of the NES game. It was a fantastic port of Balloon Fight. If you've been living on a rock or you're new to our podcast and you've not heard me rave about this game, you are a dude with a fan on your back like a tail. You have 2 balloons and a dream, and you fly into the air, and you have to take out these guys with pointy mosquito nose beaks that will pop your balloons. Yes, it's fucking like Joust. I admit it. But it is so much more. The control is so much better than Joust. Joust, you're flying around your ostrich and you just lose control. In Balloon Fight, you have more control. Like one button is a slow flap, a slow movement, and the other one is a fast movement. So there's a degree of control you don't get in Joust that you get here in Balloon Fight. I want to say it's this is 85. I want to say it's 16 stages. They're single screen, and then it loops around. But that's kind of the style at the time, right? They weren't all ghosts and goblins with all this stuff. But it was 16 rotating stages. But each stage, interesting variation of the pattern of enemies. There's obstacles like clouds that shoot lightning bolts. If there's water at the bottom of the stage, you get too close to the water, you get eaten by a giant fish, which is realism, if you ask me.
Ooh,
It's
fish.
practically it's a balloon
Ooh, fish.
simulator. If I have to say,
classic.
give it another thing, it's a Souls-like of arcade games, as you die so
God
easily.
damn it.
When you lose a balloon, your ability to move around is slow. So it's almost like Star Fox when you lose a wing. This game is obviously inspirational to so many different other games out there. It's awesome. I love Balloon Fight.
I like that at the beginning of each stage, you have a moment to like just commit murder.
Yes, because
Like
you're already inflated, and they're not.
Before they get their balloons, you're like, I'm just gonna kill you while you're there on the ground.
Yeah, just
These
run
guys
them
are
over.
just trying to hot air balloon, and you're out there screwing with their day. Like, this seems just very cold for no reason.
It's asshole fight, really. Honestly, you're playing the bastard.
As much as I make the joke that Joust is the better game, I think from a replayability, this is a better game. I really do.
Yeah. There's more to see, I think, is what it is, right? Yeah. There are other versions of Joust I think are better representing that franchise, but Balloon Fight this is great. And if you don't like you can play this co-op as well. I used to play this with my girls when went to a different school. We had to get very, very early. So as a motivation, if we woke up early enough, got ready fast enough, we could sit and play Balloon Fight. We were playing it, I think, on the virtual console version, but we play that because you could play as co-op. Let me tell you, this game with a child is much harder, as they can pop your balloons, which is a good time for all. But it was definitely fun with my kids. There's been other versions of this over the years. I think even they did a Zelda spinoff with fucking Tingle being the guy with the balloons, and it just
Jesus,
it's not the same. It's just not the same. But there was a Game Boy version that was more of adventure-like. It was pretty decent. But the original. Or the port on Nintendo is the one I go back to, and it's a game I play all the damn time. I'll spin it up at least once a week just to play 5 minutes. It's just a fun 5-minute game. Whether I'm on the arcade machine behind me, I'm on the Steam Deck. It is a nice pick up and play game, and I love it. So this is like one of the best on the NES for me. Anyway. Guys, we can't do any. We're done doing these Game of the Year episodes now. I pretty much covered all the games I like in my lifetime. Thank you. Yeah. Now the Circus Charlie was at 86.
Screw 97. Screw 97.
Yeah, I don't need 97. What came out in 97? Nothing came out in 97 that's worth talking about.
That's right.
Balloon Fight.
God damn it. I hate it here.
Years for this episode. Years. Swear to God, you guys are lucky there's no online play. I'd be making you guys play this with me. That's what I would do.
You already tried to make us play all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
I'm currently playing Rebirth because of you,
Jake. I'm not playing Dragon's Lair Ness. I'm sorry.
Squad goals again.
I already did my 2 hours.
He did his penance. He's done. He still has the scars on his back from that game.
It's great. It's okay. There's much worse games to make you play.
I walked down the street naked with Dragon's Lair Ness yelling, "Shame! Shame!
Shame!"
All right. Okay. That's Balloon Fight. We can just end the episode now. Honestly, that should have been my game of the year. But my other pick, I think, is the people would demand that to be my game of the year. So I'll wait before I give mine. Let's loop back around. Chard, what's your game of the year for 85?
Well, this has to be most people's game of the year for 85. For those of you who were in any kind of elementary school in the 80s. No, it's not Number Munchers, though. Thought about it. This is it is a good one. This is a game that I know everybody wanted to go to the computer labs to play. Every single person. When it was computer lab day, you were like, hell yeah, we get to do this. We get to go and play fucking Oregon Trail, ladies and gentlemen. This game needs to be held up and hoisted up on every single goddamn pillar that is in the 80s. Everybody loves Oregon Trail. Get on the trail, ferry your fucking wagon along, go around in the black land that is between Oregon and whatever Midwestern state you go through. Die of dysentery. And it was colored, guys. We got it to be in color this time. Wow. And you're hunting squirrels and you find a bear and you can't kill it because it takes like 20 shots and you didn't have enough money to buy 20 bullets. So you're just hunting all day because that's the most fun you can have in Oregon Trail. It wasn't actually trying to get to Oregon from where you're at. It was the hunting. That's what all y'all wanted to do.
Yep.
This game is iconic. Even if you've never played it, you know what the hell it is. It's fucking Oregon Trail, man. It's a fucking Catalina wine mixer of fucking Apple II games, guys. This is great, and I loved playing this game. I think I finished it once or twice, and then they made remake after remake after remaster after remaster of this game. But this one with the color, except that your hunting ground is pitch black.
One of the
you always go hunting at night.
One of the greatest spiritual successors, Oregon Trail.
Yeah,
that's a good one too.
Oregon.
Yeah,
Oregon Trail.
Oregon.
No, I know. Yeah. Oregon Trail is a classic, and I don't care what anybody says. This is the #1 game that everybody will know and everybody will love. And you're like, I'm going to ford the river, and then you sink literally everything you had. And you're like Cannibal the Musical, where they're like, shouldn't be that deep, and he throws a rock in, and they go, what the fuck is that supposed to prove? And then they show the next scene, and everybody's soaked, and they lost everything. Wasn't that deep the last time I came here?
I love how they give you the option, right? You can either hire somebody indigenous and hope they know how to do it. You can either caulk the wagon yourself with some duct tape, yield duct tape, and try and float across and drown, or you can just like take your cattle and just say, "Fuck you, go march, death march across that water."
Send it. Fucking send it. And then you lose everything.
You lose everything.
Then your kid dies. It's hilarious. You get to all the stuff you get to check out, and it had the landmarks you were approaching and how many miles away you were and how the weather was. And you were always like 3/4 of the way there and your health is poor and you were just sweating fucking bullets. You're just like, I just want to get there, man. I don't even care anymore. And it's like you're actually on the Oregon Trail by that point. You have no idea how you're living, but this is what your brain's doing.
Rations, you want food? How about meager? We all got meager food. That's what we're doing. We're on meager mode.
What is this? The Ritz-Carlton? You're getting rations, bitch.
Snake
Have
bite?
Your slice of cheese and shut up.
Walk it off.
That's right.
It off.
Rub some dirt on it. Rub some dirt on it.
This is the game you would name everybody in your family after your friends, and then you would just laugh as they die when they died of diarrhea. We are all terrible children.
You dumb fuck. That's what you get for drinking water out of a pond.
And I'm sorry, but just this game is so brutal. It's so brutal because you'll be going, and all of a sudden it'll be like, you were on the wrong trail. You lost 6 days.
Yeah.
You ass.
Yeah.
It's nuts, dude. This game is intense, and I love it. I have very fond memories of playing this in elementary school and getting to the computer lab to play Oregon Trail, and they were teaching us. I don't know how shitty the world really is. Like I don't know what I learned from it other than, well, I'm going to ration my food for the rest of my life. That's certainly going to happen.
Well,
and I'm not hunting.
Dysentery sucks.
Yeah, dysentery sucks. Yeah.
Made it to the Blue Mountains on Halloween, so that's cool.
Yeah.
In 1848.
Yep.
Yeah, I fucking love Oregon Trail. Yeah, this is. We did an episode where we talked about educational games, and we talked about this one, the history of it, and the guy who created this at the university, he had people outside the door wanting to play it. And I think they ended up selling it to an education software company, and this is one of the best sellers for damn good reason. I love this game. I loved how it took you about an hour and a half to probably finish this game proper. But for me, the computer lab classes were less than they're 45 minutes. So you had to speed run on the trail, smashing the space bar.
Never beat it in school.
To go as fast as possible. And then you get to the end, and your reward is this river action game where you float down a river and you actually have to move back and forth and not drown. Yeah. Because every time you hit a rock, somebody would die.
Yep.
It's really great. I love Oregon Trail. This is definitely a great pick for Game of the Year.
This is a good one.
Yep.
And it's close to home, so I get it. Yeah.
No, this is so good.
I see the dailies, and I'm like, Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Every time I drive down to California.
Another absolutely fantastic spiritual successor is Death Road to Canada. That game is so good too.
Canada's fantastic.
Oh, that's my commute. I say,
Too swole to control.
Too swole to control, baby.
All right. Good pick.
Yeah.
Sinistar, what's your game of the year for 1985? Don't tell me.
anybody
Don't tell
have-
me. Ultima.
Yes,
there
Ultima 4. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. If you're any sort of listener to our podcast, you already know what's coming. Bard's Tale, Tales of the Unknown, which is conveniently right behind me.
What about
Okay.
Tales of the Known? That's probably a little more
That was
boring.
later. That was later. Yeah.
That was
Yeah. It didn't sell as well.
Just that DLC.
That's right. No, so this is this is a game. It's an old school RPG, which meant it didn't have a ton of story. Story is an evil sorcerer. Mangar has basically surrounded the town of Scarabray in an eternal winter, and you can't leave. And so your purpose is basically to try to figure out a way to end this eternal winter. And so it leads you through 5 main dungeons. Each one is at least 3 levels. This is back when you didn't have a mini map. You had grid paper.
And a
But
will.
this is the modern term, or the term, I don't know how modern, but it's a recent term I've heard. It's a blobber. You get 6 characters. You have a party of 6. Now, in this case, unlike Ultima, you pick your race and you pick your class. And this game actually led me forever to loving Monk as a class in basically every game. Every game.
This is why
Now,
we're
the monk,
friends.
yeah, the monk in yes, exactly. The monk in this game starts out and they are the weak character. They suck. But as soon as they get some levels under their belt, they're hitting multiple times every single round, and they're doing critical hits every single round. And and it's like, and so all of a sudden they become a death machine. And they're the character that, like, you start with adding armor to them, but there's at a certain level, they actually start suffering if you put armor on them. So
Right.
you take the armor off and they start, they can dodge for, et cetera. And so anyway, but you have your standard classes. You have your paladins, your monks, your rogues, your bards, because of course Bard's Tale. And then the magic classes are the other thing that I fell in love with. This is a game where you have 2 magic classes at the beginning of the game. You have a conjurer and a magician. Each magic class has 7 levels, and each level I think has at least 2 spells in it. And then once you reach a certain level, your magic users can convert into the advanced magic classes, which are sorcerer and wizard. And that's when you get the spells that, like, hit every bad guy for 100 points of damage, that do, like, there is a battle late in the game where it is 4 groups of 99 berserkers that you're fighting, and you cast the spell called Mangar's Mind Blade, and you just watch the scrolling text of them just dying, and it's awesome.
Is it like mana points, or is it like D&D where it's like fancy magic where you had spell slots?
No, it's mana points.
Okay.
And this is the other brutal aspect, is you only regain mana points in the light. And so if you're in a dungeon, you are not regaining mana points.
Okay.
I can't tell you how many times you're like saving those mana points to use your teleport spell to get back to the beginning of the dungeon.
Right.
So you can go out and get your mana back, right? Now, that said, there are rings later that you can get that will start having them regenerate mana. So there is equipment that you can get. Anyway, as I said, there's 5 main dungeons. Each one's at least 5 levels. I played this game for years before I ever completed it. And then that's the other thing, is I ended up having to get the hint book. And this was a hint book that you ordered. This was during the days that it had the card inside the thing that said, to order the hint book, send $20 and postage to this place, right?
Mom.
Yeah,
Mom!
exactly. And then every day you're checking the mailbox, every day.
Yeah.
But the hint book was a true hint book. It was actually told as a story of somebody that had gone and made it almost to defeating Mangar and freeing the town, and basically is giving you pointers, and not just solutions, but pointers. So it's truly hints.
That's cool.
Yeah, not like these days where you go to GameFAQs and you just get an entire walkthrough step by step of the way.
It's all the
Yeah.
stuff you missed, secrets. Yeah. Cool.
Now I have to point out it's funny because at the end of the game, when you beat the game, you've ended this eternal winter, and there's a road out of town, and when you're playing the game before you end the eternal winter, there's the the big blockade of ice that you can't get past. Well, when you win the game, the road just never ends. You just keep pressing forward, and it basically keeps you in one spot, but looks like you're progressing forward.
There you go.
Like no end credits or anything like that, or music. It just
it gives you. I mean, it tells you you've defeated Mangar, and like the town is is been saved, etc. But if you continue playing and go to this road and try to leave town, you can't.
Infinite. Okay.
Not gonna do it.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah.
You saved the town, you can never leave.
That's right.
It's like Hotel California.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, this isn't Scarabray. This is Hotel California.
You check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Yeah. No, I love this game. I mean, it's not a complex game. It's not complex like Ultima. It is literally min-max, get your stats as high as you can, go kill the bad guy.
Right.
But for me, the exploration and mapping and everything was like one of my favorite things. You end up on a spinner and all of a sudden you're now headed the wrong direction, but you think you're still going north. And so you're drawing squares on your grid paper and you're like, wait, these are supposed to be 16 by 16 and I now have 24 on this path. And you're like, oh shit, somewhere it spun me and I turned,
Oof.
There are ways around that.
I do like the times of graph paper. I used to do it for Legend of Zelda, for example, right? Because that had a map that was literally a gray blob square. Yeah, hidden doors. I used to map everything. I do like doing it. I've thought of playing some of these old PC games. They are very intimidating. And like I know some of this because I used to play D&D, and a lot of this is inspired from D&D or vice versa.
Yeah.
So I've been wanting to go back and try it. I know there's modern remakes or remasters of these that are much more accessible to new folks, but yeah, I definitely want to check out this one.
Including a mini map, which you can turn off if you want to play the old school style, but
yeah,
it does have a mini map. And one of the other things that's kind of cool is when you there are spells that let you see traps and spinners and like compasses and etc. that help you so that you don't, if you've spun or not. But on the modern remake, it has animations that give you kind of a wavy effect over a square. So something's there, whether it's a spinner or like a teleport or something, something's there. So it kind of gives you a little heads up.
Yeah.
Gives you a heads up.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, very cool game. All right. Well,
I gotta say, before you go into yours, Jake, I gotta say, Sinistar, you and we've hung out quite a bit. We've done this podcast a lot, and I know you've talked about Bard's Tale in passing on numerous occasions. But I got to tell you, I have not seen you that excited to talk about a game in quite a while, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see, like, you could see the passion in your eyes about talking about this particular game. So
I kind of figured I'd save it because I talked about it a fair amount on my top 5.
Right.
But I kind of figured I would save a lot for 1985 because I knew it was coming.
You did. You brought that gusto, and now I kind of want to play it, and I have no desire to play it. So that's pretty good.
Well,
sounds good.
Like I know you gush and rave out Bard's Tale, but Sinistar, we all know what your real game of the year in 1985 was, and you're a trooper. You let me take it because I was running low on games to pick. Sure, I got Balloon Fight, but I needed a second pick, and you came in clutch and said, "Jake, I love this game, especially 8-2, but you can do it. I'll sacrifice for you and the better team." Squad
I don't know
goals.
why you thought I was even remotely interested in taking this one to me.
How could I not? How could we as a group not have somebody take the real game of the year for 1985, Super Mario fucking Brothers for the Nintendo Famicom, whatever you want to call it? How could we not take this as game of the year? This game is iconic. Chard has a fake cartridge even. We were talking about physical games earlier. I don't know what else to say about Mario Brothers. This is the game that like defined the genre. This is the game that jumping physics and how you move and dip and dive through levels. I always compare those platformers and their feel to this. Like I've been doing a ranking of Mario for the channel, and every single Mario game I play, whether I say it or not, in the back of my mind, I'm like, does this feel as good as the original Super Mario Brothers? Yes or no? It's a checkbox. And a lot of the time it doesn't. For whatever reasons, the jumping and the running in this, the degrees of control you have when you're jumping in the air, how you can nudge or change the speed, feels right here. And when the game doesn't match it, it's lesser. Sorry to say. And that's my thing with this. Like, this game is not the less than. Don't you correct my Canadian grammar, please. Thank you. This on the post Canada Day, honestly, guys.
Look, we're coming up on America Day tomorrow. Come on.
Yeah, you're sandwiched in between our celebration, my friend.
Look, we were going to do a Mount Rushmore of games, and then you guys didn't want to, and it's fine if you don't want to put Abe Lincoln on Mount Rushmore. That's fine. I thought you guys were against slavery, but I was wrong. Look, at Super Mario Brothers is a fantastic platforming game. Again, it maybe didn't invent the genre, but it definitely freaking defined the rules of what it should be. And I love this game. Is it as pretty as other platforming games? No, absolutely not. Like, as much as I like the style of the enemies and Bowser and the Goombas and Mario himself, there are so many other platformer games on the NES, including in this franchise, Mario Bros. 2, Mario Bros. 3, that look better. But this one feels the best to play. It is a game I can spin up and beat in 5 minutes on a lunch break twice if I really wanted to.
I'm sure.
It's fine. It's an easy game. It's
you
fine.
play this right after Marble Madness, I know.
Yeah, honestly, I could loop this so many times. But I have beaten this recently on a few different platforms just for the hell of it, and it still holds up. I love playing Mario Brothers. So, do you guys agree? Do you guys think this is the real game of the year of 1985, or do you still think it's Oregon Trail and Bard Saga thing?
I'm gonna throw out there that this is a great game. 8-2 aside, and the fact that I can't beat this fucking game. This game,
so
you're 100% right. This game taught us jump physics. I mean, how many of us learned jumping through Mario, right, in games?
Yeah.
This game taught us. This game has some of the greatest, what do they call it? Like progressive learning, where it teaches you the game through the mechanism. Like, I mean, even the little demo at the beginning that you watch, if you don't start the game, shows you that touching the Goombas is going to kill you, right? I mean, so like, no, this game is epic. It is, everybody and their dog knows Mario.
Right. I have a lot of fond memories of growing up playing this since we, my sisters and I played this. We got our Nintendo for Christmas. And I remember when she did the glitch with the turtle shell for the million lives and how they were turning the numbers into shapes and squares and shit. Like that stuff was insane. And just running this game, going to Bullet Bills, like messing once you get to the land. I never forget getting to the land of the Bullet Bills and being like, oh my God, I've never been here before. And just all the stuff that went with this game, growing up playing this is a classic. I mean, this was like probably my first video game that I can recall that I played ad nauseum and never beat as a kid. We beat this horse dead all the time. We'd play this game over and over again, getting the fireworks when you hit the top of the flagpole. Like, this just goes on forever. And I really do dig this game. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. It's not like it's my all-time favorite, greatest game in the world, but I'll tell you what, there is definitely something to be said about Super Mario Brothers on the NES and what it did for me as a gamer and as a person.
Yeah, like when I got the NES as a kid, it came with I had the 2-pack, not that 2-pack.
Duck Hunt.
He's not back. The 2-pack with Duck Hunt and Mario. Yeah, and Chard also has that cartridge there too. How great is it to get this game plus Duck Hunt on one cartridge? That's the kid's Christmas right there. Like this was the best game. This was the best pack-in game, I think, as far as I'm concerned.
Hell yeah,
it's definitely an awesome game. Yeah. Like it's funny. Like there was somebody who done a Super Mario Brothers remastered, like a fan game, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Let me check it out. So I'm always checking out like the fan games, homebrew and stuff to see what it's like. And they had basically built the game from scratch, and within 3 seconds, and at the first moment I ran and did the running and jump, and it didn't line up, I'm like, what is this trash? Like, what do you even do? You can't call this Super Mario Remastered. Yeah, how fucking dare you sully the name of Mario with this trash?
Who authorized this?
Yeah, it's pretty awful. And like it's a fan game, like fine, it's whatever. But I've seen if there's a fan, I think, what is it, the Pico 8? The Pico 8 is like a fantasy system that people make games for. Somebody did a variation of Mario for the Pico, and the physics on the jumping are bang on. Even though it looks nothing like Mario, it feels like Mario, and it's excellent. So it can be replicated. But this remastered pissed me off. They later did an update where now you have a toggle between physics, the remastered physics or the original, and it's a much better game now. But still, that pissed me. I was irrationally angry when they passed it off as a Mario game and they fucked with the physics. You don't fuck with perfect platforming physics, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I love Mario, so I could not find a better game for 85 than this one. Oregon Trail, I love. I saw Gauntlet and Gradius. There's a bunch of great games in 85.
Tetris.
Tetris was Tetris. Okay, which Tetris is 85?
The one in Russia.
The original.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I respect the one in Russia.
Taron Egerton hadn't made his way over there yet.
I respect it, but I'll pass. As much as I love Tetris and it's goated, maybe not for 85. We just for the folks who watched the video, we just saw this person go through 8-2 like fucking butter. It was no problem at all. Sinistar, you were so close to beating this game. No, this is not my channel. Don't tempt me. I'll fucking play Mario right now.
Jake, I know how close I was. I made it to 8-3 once. I know how close I was.
God, it's so close. I love this game so much. That one I've been slowly trying to work through the sequel. It's called Lost Levels here, but it's Mario Bros. 2 in Japan, right? And it's basically this game barely modified, but it's super difficult. I've been trying to get through that one since the beginning of the year. I still can't do it. So I sympathize, because like you take the building blocks of Mario and you throw some fuckery in there, and it can be quite hard. But that's one of the reasons why I love it so much.
Yeah, wind
physics,
wind and poison mushrooms.
Yeah, just to mess with you. God, I love Mario Brothers. Was there any other games you guys want to call out, like honorable mentions?
King's Quest 2, I'd throw out there. Okay. It goes along the same vein as the Ultima 4, where you're traveling and there's no hand holding and you have to type in what you're looking for. And I love King's Quest. I grew up on that shit. I specifically remember changing one scene and having to swap out a floppy disk or flip it over, which wasn't super annoying at all. But that's why that game lasted 6 hours, was because I had to flip the disc and put it in. But if you don't have to do that, it's like a 15-minute long game.
Well, and Sierra was well known for the brutality of those games.
Yeah.
I mean,
getting like smashed by things and drowning.
Well, and soft lock because you didn't flip this rock over on the second scene, and you're like 8 hours later, and you're like, "What the hell's wrong?" And your soft
crab
locked,
was underneath it and took the rock away from you, so you can't do it anymore. Nope. Save early, save often. Welcome to Sierra games. So I wanted to throw King's Quest 2 out there, because that's definitely one that should have some kind of mention to it, so for sure.
Yeah. Awesome. I mean, there were a whole bunch of great games for the NES that came to America in 85. My favorite, Ice Climber.
Was that also 85?
Love every ice level ever.
That was 85 US.
Yeah, because this would have been
ice level ever.
Was this the black box games for NES?
I believe so.
Was Excite Bike wasn't on there? I don't think they were a thing. I think it was a year later.
Galaga came. So yeah, black box. Galaga came for the NES as well. Yeah,
just checking my Mind Palace here, because we did do an episode on the black box games. I think black box Blitz. That's what it was. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Guys, we had Excite Bike, Golf, Gyromite, Hogan's Alley, Ice Climber, Pinball. This is probably the American release date, though, I think.
I'm sorry, you didn't say it right. Gyromite.
I could never say that you chef's kiss. Yeah. Early NES was great. Yeah. Yeah, it was a great year. But I'm glad I finally got through Balloon Fight. I'm glad you got to talk about Bard's Tale.
Finally, I've never talked about it before.
Not nearly enough, especially this one.
And thank you for giving me the
set will have to
opportunity to
wait.
gush about Oregon Trail. I think that definitely needed a little more love.
Yeah,
Very
I love that game.
enthusiastic about
So,
that. Yeah.
all right. Some housekeeping, I guess. If you enjoy our show and you want to support us, the best way to support us is just tell your friends and get your friends to subscribe on YouTube or like us subscribe on your podcast apps. We are Press B to Cancel is available on YouTube at Press B to Cancel. We're also available on Twitch with the same username. You can listen to audio versions of podcasts on the following Monday on any of your podcasting apps. We should be there on any of your services. My daughter was listening to our show on the Amazon Echo Dot upstairs, which is not appropriate because we are not a kid-friendly show. But she was listening to us.
Wow.
Hopefully not a bad episode.
We're not.
But otherwise, if you want to support us monetarily, you don't have to. But if you have some few dollars and you want to send it our way, we put it towards hosting costs and computer repairs, to be honest with you. So we definitely appreciate it. You can check us out at patreon.com/pressbtocancel. We have several tiers available, with some of the tiers being Discord perks like behind the scenes channels, where we give you heads up on future episodes. Or if there's also access to behind the scenes videos. We did one today talking about what Sony is not going to be doing in 2028, for example. That'll be up this weekend. And otherwise, if you support us at the Circus Charles tier or higher, we shout your name out during an episode. And we have 2 members of that tier, Vaughn Beerley and Enthusiast Jeff. Thanks, guys, for your support. Thank you to all our Patreons who support us monetarily. Again, you don't have to. We definitely do appreciate it. And it does mean a lot to us. But yeah, I definitely appreciate it. I think you guys want to shout anything out? Chard, you streamed today. That's new.
I did. I know it's been a while. I upgraded some things and wanted to do a test run, and like any good streamer that upgrades his computer for future proofing, I streamed Silent Hill Origins on the PlayStation 2.
Only the latest,
because that's a real power hog. But no, yeah, we enjoyed that, and actually, when we're done with this, I'm going to set up and probably do something else that's a little less Silent Hillsy, but still spooky, because you know me, I got to play my scare the pants off me kind of game. So I'll be jumping back into that and doing Silent Hill Origins. I have pre-ordered Silent Hill Townfall, so when that drops, I am fucking jacked to play that new game. So that's going to be fun. So there's going to be a lot of spooky stuff in between here and there and after, because I don't see this stopping anytime soon. There's a lot of really scary games to play out there.
Awesome. Sinistar, how about you? Anything you want to shout out?
Well, I was doing the DJ thing, but the summer has been interruptive for like everything. So sometime I'll be back to doing the DJ thing on my DJ Sinistar channel, and then as well Soul Archaic on Twitch. But we're kind of in a little bit of a summer is hard hiatus. And I want to shout out that we nursed a chicken back to health, so no chicken death.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's good. Yeah.
Say the savior.
Yeah, Sinstress mostly did it, but I helped. It was like shake and bake.
Yes.
No,
I'm helping.
That's the opposite of helping a chicken. We shake and bake it.
Yeah, I don't know if the chicken sees it that way. But.
For myself, I've been doing the occasional video. I've been slowly working through a ranking of Mario platforming games over on the YouTube. The most recent one I did, I think last week, was new Super Mario Brothers, the Nintendo DS. I'm sorry to those who like that game. I really thought I would like that one. but where does it rank in the list? Tune in to watch and find out. But I'm doing more of those coming up. I'm going to try and do one this weekend as well. And those are available on the YouTube. Otherwise, just check us out at pressbtocancel.com. We have a Discord link there. Come join us on Discord and tell us how wrong we are on our picks for Game of 1985. You can tell Sinistar why he should like the Ice Climbers and why that's an instant classic. I don't know. But
exactly.
Until next week, have a great week.